This is actually a solid dot, and this is going to be a open dot.
Are we drawing that on our paper?
Huh?
Did you want us to draw that on our paper?
Yeah, that one you want to. You're going to want that on your, just kind of the graph. This is at -3, right there. Kind of sketch her through. It's not that huge, but you're going to want to kind of have an idea what's going on here. And we'll just look at a couple little questions first. Okay. Nice part about this is there's no algebra involved. You really just need 2 fingers. To begin with, I'm going to do some pre-calculus questions. This says, given this graph, what is the function value when x equals -3? So you're going to go to -3. And you peak, and here's x equals -3, and you go down until you get to a line or a solid dot. That is not included in the graph for x equals -3. That's what the open dot's for. The solid dot is there. That's at the y value of -2. Your answer is -2. So what's the value when x is 0? 0. Boom. Right there. Zip, zip. Okay. Nothing too fancy. Now we're going to start to get into a little bit of that limit stuff, some calculus. I want to know what's happening to the y value as x is approaching different values. Usually it's going to be where there's a breakup. Some issues you got going on. Okay? In this case, the first question says, if you remember from before, the limit as x approaches -3 coming in from the positive direction. Okay? What I like to do is, here's -3. It's the x value of -3. I kind of like to think there's a line there. And I want to approach it from the positive side. The positive side is over here. And I have to get on the train. I got to get on one of the curves. And I ride the curve towards the green line. As I ride the curve towards the green line, my y value is changing. Okay? And as I get to there, I'm never going to get there. I'm going to kind of approach it because that's an open dot. What's the y value at the end? -4. So as I'm coming in from the right on the train, my y value will go to -4. So the limit as x approaches -3 from the right is a y value of -4.
So you just look for the open dot?
Well, I just look for where you're going to go as I get to the green line. Where am I going? In this case, it's at -4. Open or solid in this case for limits is not a big deal. Open and solid really is all about the regular pre-calc stuff. Second question. Limit as x approaches -3 from the left side, from the negative. Still got my green line. Still going to come in. In this case, I'm going to get over here on the left side in this train, and I'm going to ride the train until I get to the green line. When I get to the green line, what's my y value? -2. last question really is putting those two pieces together. What's the limit as x approaches negative 3? You have to check as I'm coming in from the right, and as I come in from the left, where am I going? Well, my fingers do not touch, so the limit does not exist. These two numbers have to be the same for this to get you a number, and it will be that same number. So these answers are really either all three the same or all three different. In this case, it does not exist. Looking at me like I'm nuts, or at least
No.
didn't like that?
That's fine.
So you got to answer the third one. These are always going to be in a kind of a triplet. They're going to do left and right and overall. And I got to check what's happening as I'm coming in from the left and coming in from the right. Okey-doke? Yes?
So is it possible that when you're doing it from like the negative 3 from the positive side, if that red line didn't meet negative 3, is it possible that it would just...
Yeah, because technically that line doesn't ever hit negative 3, right?
Right. And that's what the limit process is all about. The actual value when I'm at negative 3 is negative 2. But as I'm coming in from the right side, my values are going towards negative 4. It's never actually negative 4, but they're getting so close that we're going to say the y value is approaching negative 4 is really, your answer is always kind of an approaching answer, but you just give it as a specific number. Because you'll zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and zoom in. All right, let's see, which is the next one? I'll give you a second. You guys got that one and that one, so let me put this one on.
Back this one, Jim.
Yeah, let me get some stuff out of the way. This is actually an asymptote. This is dashed. They don't do it on this grapher yet, at least not yet.